I'm hearing music right now, and I can hear everything else around me. I can hear the sound of my tires on the trail. I can hear where Athena is. This is great. What's up, senders? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark Hill, and this is the segment. On this episode, we're going to take a look at some audio options that we have out there. For those of you who like riding with music on, we've seen all different types out there on the trails. We've seen the kind where they've strapped their speaker to the bike and everyone gets to hear what they're listening to. Also, a lot of us have tried like these AirPods, in which you put them in your ear, and it's great, except for spatial sound is kind of gone. That is always kind of tough, and then also wearing helmets with these things is also a little tough. Today we're going to look at a product that was sent to me by a company called Ring, and what they have is a bone conduction type technology. So what is bone conduction technology? Take a look at this. All right, everybody, time to get a little nerdy. Take a look at right up there. That's an anatomy of the inner ear. And basically what we mean by bone conduction versus air vibration conduction or air conduction is this. With your traditional headphones, whether it's like over-ear headphones, things that you put in your ear, these Apple iPods, basically what's happening is that the vibration is being pushed into your inner ear and the vibration is traveling via air. That air is then pushing on that eardrum, and that is being transmitted to your brain to let you hear music. But when it comes to bone conduction, something like this product here by Ring, basically what's happening is that actually vibrating your bone, and it is bypassing the eardrum and it's going straight to the cochlea, right in there, and then from there straight up to the brain, and that's how you're able to hear sound through bone conduction. Pretty cool. Kind of gross. Okay, so now you know how bone conduction works. You have an open ear, it's vibrating through the bone in order for you to hear the sound. But let's talk to somebody who I know rides with this type of technology all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias, aka Vanakava MTV. Elias, thanks for jumping on, brother. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. It's always awesome to be on the segment.
It's good to see you as always, my man. Hey, I'm doing this unboxing for bone conduction earphones, and I notice you wear them a lot.
I love my bone conduction headphones. I'm actually wearing them right now, and you may not have even noticed because they're so inconspicuous. You can see them like around the back because there's a loop that holds them together. But essentially, like, I was blown away, Mark, when I first heard about these. Like, I literally thought people were pulling my chain. My buddy Derek wore them, and I noticed them on his head, and I was like, what is that? And he explained to me that they are his headphones and they work through bone conduction. I was like, bone conduction, what is that?
Yeah, what the
And
heck?
essentially what it does is, because all sound is like, our brain is just interpreting the sound waves that are coming from things. So it's vibrations that our brain turns into the sound that we hear. And so some genius said, well, we can probably, and actually this technology came from the cochlear ear implants for people that are hard of hearing.
Okay.
And so the technology's been around, and somebody finally applied it to a general use headphone. And so what it does is it's taking the music, the signal of the music that you're playing, it turns it into vibrations, and then these little pads that sit right on your temples, like just in front of your ear canal.
Yeah, not even in the ear at all. Wow.
It's not in the ear, no. You've got your ears completely open and you can hear your surroundings, but those vibrations are then vibrating on the little tiny bones that you have in your ear, and your brain is still interpreting that as sound, which is, it sounds like science fiction, but it works. Like, the first time I put them on, I felt a little bit of the vibration, and then I could just hear the sound in my head, and it just blew me away. I was like, that is so crazy.
Whoa.
And I've always had a hard time finding like something that works for me for music when I'm writing and when I'm being active, because I just can't get traditional earbuds to stay in my ear. I have a little bit of cauliflower ear from high school wrestling, and nothing ever worked. And these things are great because they don't sit in your ear. They just vibrate on your temples, and then you can hear the sound. So absolutely love them.
So I'm just trying to think, with us writing and all the things going on, to you, with your experience with these, what are the most important benefits that this gives you?
Well, you kind of hit it right on the head, Mark. When we are out on the trail, we share the trail with hikers, other bikers, and even just the ability to hear our tires on the ground is important to me. Like, it connects me to the trail. And the really cool thing about these headphones is that you don't have something stuck in your ear like an earbud kind of closing you out to the world. You still have your spatial awareness. You can still hear things. And I think that that's such a huge benefit. In addition to not being able to have earbuds stay in my ear, when I would just like kind of shove them in there and force them in there, after a while, it's just uncomfortable for me.
Oh yeah,
And so
it hurt. Yeah.
these make it so comfortable to wear, because you don't have something shoved in your ear, because they are lightweight. I can barely notice them on my head. And it makes it really, really convenient and safe, and just makes the ride more enjoyable because you're still connected to the trail and to your surroundings. So I love that part about it. And then one of the things that I like about this particular brand, so I wear the Aftershocks brand,
Oh yeah. That's a
and
good one.
I've never ever had these things fall off on the trail. And I love hitting chunky stuff, and I love doing drops and jumps and all that kind of stuff. And these things just stick onto your head. So I really have enjoyed these. They're the perfect fit for me, and honestly, I recommend them to anybody and everybody. A lot of people will ask about them, kind of like what I did with my buddy Derek. And when they do, I'm like, dude, you got to try this. And I get the same reaction. I love like seeing their reaction when I explain what it does, and they're kind of skeptical too. And then they try them and they're like, holy crap, this is crazy.
It's time to unbox this. Now that we heard a little bit about what Elias thinks about it, let's go ahead and unbox this. This is by MU6, the Ring. And let's take a look at what this is. It says on here that it is good for running, cycling, driving, office and recreation, or just chillaxing at home. Let's take a peeky. First look at it right now. Opening her up. Oh, do I see it or do you see it? Oh, you see it. Oh, look at that. All right. There it is in all of its glory. Let's see. It comes with, that's the head unit itself right there. Looks like I got a charging cable in here and a manual. So let's pop this out and see what it looks like. Ooh, this is always so satisfying. I love this part. Watch this. Oh, should I just put this close to the microphone? Can you guys hear that? I don't know why that's so satisfying. All right, let's take a peek. This is, looking at this, it's definitely lightweight, and it looks like, oh, check this out. This is gonna curve down. Wow, let's go like that. We've got a power button, and on the side also has volume down, volume up, and power. I'm sure that's how you pair it. All right, let's confirm the charging cable. Micro USB is what is the charger for that. You see it right there, micro USB. So let's go ahead and pair these up and see what they sound like. And let's see how they fit. They just kind of go around like this. Let me take off my glasses. It's gonna go around just like this. These ones are a little bigger than what Elias had. The size of those. Let's see that. Pretty good. Is that on there pretty good? That's what it looks like from the side. Let's see if I can power these on, and we'll connect it to the phone. So let's see how this sounds. We'll be right back. All right, just got it. It says MU6, and it just connected right there. MU6 connected. MU6 Ring is what it is. So let's pop these on, faint, just like that, and let's see what it sounds like. All right, I'm kind of excited to see what this sounds like. I really, really, really want this to be great. Just gonna play something here. All right, old school. We're going old school. This is No Brakes by John Waite. Let's check it out. Called Missing You. Whoa, that is crazy. Wow, So what's nuts about this is that it's not through air vibration, as we learned earlier. This is like bone vibration. And it feels like I don't have anything on because my ears are open. Now that we know that it works sitting here in the office, let's take this outside. I want to see if I can hear my surroundings. Athena needs to go for a trail run anyways, so let's jump on the mountain bike, bring these with us. It'll allow me to put a half shell on so I can see what that looks and feels like, and let's go for a ride. So let's see how this sounds. Let's go. Let's get out there. Come on. All right, everybody, I just put my half shell on, and I don't know if you can see, but it is not touching these bone conduction pieces. Don't touch the half shell. So I think they must all fit the same way, because there's like the loop that goes around the back, goes over the ear, and then you have this piece, which is the vibrating piece on the bone. So that is not touching my half shell, and it feels like I'm not wearing anything in my ear. This one's excited, and I do need to be sure that I hear for snakes and other people and other bikes. So let's get out there and see what it actually feels like on the trail. Let's go. I'm hearing music right now, and I can hear everything else around me. I can hear the sound of my tires on the trail. I can hear where Athena is. This is great. The bone conduction is awesome because it's not in-ear. I could definitely see the advantages of why this is such a benefit. The features of this is nice because ergonomically it fits nice. It doesn't touch the helmet. Feels good. I don't have to worry about them falling out. But because I don't have anything in my ear, I can hear everything. I can hear where she is. I can hear the trail. But now I have music, and I don't have to share my music with everybody. It's not blasting everywhere. So this is great. If you guys want to try a bone conduction headpiece, this is by MU6. This is called the Ring. I'll put the description down below for you all so you guys can. There's also other ones out there like Elias. He runs Aftershocks, which is now Shocks. But this one's great. Price point wise, this is MU6 by Ring. And I think this is gonna change it up when I'm wearing a half shell. I do need to try this with a full face, that'll be next. But if you have tried bone conduction with a full face, let me know how that goes. But for a half shell, spatial awareness, this is great. All right, off to climb. Gotta get my training in. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you learned a little bit about air conduction versus bone conduction. Now I've got music. I'll see you all soon. Later.
Thank you.